Well, before today's episode gets underway, we just wanted to, take a little time today to remember one of our fallen brethren, Josh Odom. He's been one of our friends through the Ad Free Show family. He's been a part of the Ad Free Show, technical side of it, premier streaming network technical side, a little bit of impact, a little bit of everything. That dude's done a lot of stuff, and we're saddened of his passing. So we just wanted to take a moment to, honor him and pay our respects to his wife, his family, or his kids, and then of course all of his family and his Ad Free Show family and wrestling family in general. So once again, we just want to give a shout out to Josh Odom, hell of a man, hell of a life, and some of our moments that we enjoy on certain podcasts, he was actually a part of. So he was actually, we pride ourselves in a relaxation and a sit back of life. He was a part of that on more podcasts than we'll ever know. So I want to give a we're in this together, and rest in peace, Josh. You'll be missed. Hell of a man.
We'll miss you, brother.
Love it, man.
Welcome to episode, let me see, 56 or season 2, episode 4, however we label it, of your show. That's right. It's the Kickout Crew. And we want to welcome Adam in too. But that's an Easter egg for everybody. But want to appreciate all the feedback we got from last week's episode. That one actually did go as planned compared to things previous. But I want to thank you for the feedback. Enjoy all the positive reinforcement from that.
Adam from Bama, he's here. Whoa! Yay! Everybody clap for Adam. Everybody clap for Adam. He's here with all of his belts and a bunch of other memorabilia. It's good to see you. That's a nice looking bed there. It's red.
That's my Georgia Bulldogs, brother.
Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
I like you just a little bit less now.
Ooh. I wish I was
Devyn, who's that talking? All right, yeah. I'll introduce our guest here. We have a big guest today. He is the former MLW National Openweight Champion. He is the Suplex Assassin. He is the captain of the Boom-IA Fight Club. He is the winner of MLW Battle Riot 2023. And he is the man, Alex Kane.
Next world heavyweight champion also. I'm gonna whoop Hammerstone's ass for the people.
Absolutely. You absolutely are. July 8th at Never Say Never.
Never say never.
That's the day before my birthday. That'll be a great birthday gift.
It's going to be a great birthday gift. It's going to be a great life milestone gift.
So, Alex, we're going to go ahead and kick this off, ask you a bunch of different questions, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's great. I like
Devyn's
answering questions. If you can tell, I like to talk.
Yeah, well, that's all right. So do I. So do I. And so everybody doesn't like it though, but But go ahead, Devyn.
All right, so I would just like to start from the top. How did you get into this crazy wrestling business?
Oh, how did I get in the wrestling business? Well, I was in like it was my last year of college, but it wasn't my last year of college. It was the moment I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I was like looking up wrestling schools, and there was what is his name? Part of the Rock and Roll Express. Robert Gibson. Robert Gibson had a school near me, and then AR Fox had a school a little bit further from me. So like I was trying to make that decision. I hit up Robert Gibson first. His school was seeming kind of sketchy, so I was like, nah. I went to the WWE 4. They have a show every Thursday. Now it's streaming on YouTube, and they're actually doing pretty well. But they had a school show. I went to that. I believe I saw Ike Cross versus Alan Angels. I don't know if you know who Ike Cross is. You definitely know who Alan Angels is.
Yeah.
And like just like watching them go at it. Like there were some things in the whole leg slapping thing or whatever. That happened in that match, but I didn't know what was going on. All I heard was that, and I was like, whoa, holy shit, how did he do that? So I went to another school show or two before I actually signed up. And I actually got to meet Fox and like talk to him one-on-one. And to tell you, like I didn't know who Fox was before signing up. Like I looked at the website, he seemed important or whatever. I just never seen him on TV anywhere. But like when I saw him, like I got instant goosebumps. Like you knew he was somebody, just like it, but the way he carried himself, his presence, you knew he was somebody. But he was like so super chill. He answered all of my questions. He even let me get in the ring before I paid. But we didn't do anything crazy. We did some rolls and stuff. I signed up the week after that, and then it was just like pounding training or whatever, but he didn't waste my time or anything like that. We got down to it. I think like 6 months like into my training, I ended up debuting. So I guess I was sucking up everything pretty quickly. But before that, I was doing like a lot of reffing. I'd ref the school shows. One time I reffed like one of our big super shows. I reffed every single match and then fucked up the main event. Because it was like I got so accustomed to the falsies or whatever, and then I thought like I counted 1, 2, and then I stopped or whatever because like I was waiting for him to kick out, but he didn't. Funny enough, Theory was there, and Theory was like, "Man, I thought you were about to make a heel turn or something." And I was like, "No, I just fucked up." But yeah, that's kind of where that started. So yeah, training with AR Fox, I would say the best wrestler in the world. Has made me into one of the best wrestlers in the world. Funny how that works out.
So I want to jump on something you just said. You said heel turn. All right, so I've been watching a lot, and I watch MLW anyway, and I go to shows. I live in Philadelphia. I live 20 minutes outside Philadelphia, so I've gone to a lot of shows. What are you like? Because here's the thing: you're a bad guy. You're a good guy. You're slapping the crowd's hands. Then you're getting booed. What is this character?
So initially when my debut with MLW, like when I came out, I got a pop or whatever, which was cool. I guess new guy or whatever, suplex assassin sounds cool. I destroyed Butt Heavy, got booed. I was also with King Mo, and they hate King Mo. So I think when he left and I got paired with Mr. Thomas, I think just over time, like even with me cheating and doing all this other stuff or whatever, people started to like, okay, this guy's an asshole or whatever, but like he's good on the mic and he's charismatic. Maybe we can kind of get behind him. Initially, when I created the Boomaya Fight Club, and like chant Boomaya and stuff like that, like people weren't really with it. But it was one of those things where it's like you just kind of keep like throwing it out the wall or whatever. Like when Roman Reigns came with the whole acknowledge me thing, when I first heard that, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? What are we doing here? But he just kept on and kept on. So it's the same thing with Bumaye. And I think through some of the stories that I've had, like I guess I've had some adversity or whatever, and people can relate to that. And then like being screwed out of the Opera Cup, even though I stole it, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they were trying to keep me out of the tournament. I think also being made an alternate in the previous Opera Cup or whatever, and not actually getting to compete in it was another thing. But I mean, Bumaye is just fun to say. So I think like people just kind of got behind it, and like even though I was still cheating, like I cheated in the Davy Boy match, the first one, scored him in the odds of Bumaye juice to get the win. I think that I guess nowadays in wrestling, like people like the bad guys or whatever, but it's like that in all media. So I think that's the kind of effect that I'm having on people. It's like Randy Orton as a babyface, like he's still Randy Orton or whatever, but he's a good guy. I don't know, the context changes.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
you
not
said
che-
something
it's,
there.
It's not cheating if you don't get caught. That's just
Yeah,
the way
exactly.
I was,
Especially if you don't get caught.
You said he's an asshole, but it's okay. I'm saying he's an asshole, but he's our asshole.
Yeah,
So that's what
yeah.
makes it okay.
I remember I was talking to Shane Taylor about, you know, like how to navigate this lane as well as I possibly can. And that's exactly what he said. Like, yeah, you're an asshole, you're a bad guy, but you're our bad guy, you're our asshole. And you know, because it happened organically, it's special because it's not like MLW was like forcing me down people's throats. Like, oh yeah, cheer this guy. This guy's the baby face. This guy's the good guy. This guy's your hero. It's like, it just happened organically. And that's what makes it special.
That's nice.
All right. Well, hey, you mentioned Davy Boy Smith Jr. And I watched that match recently with the no ropes. How tough was that to adjust to?
It wasn't, I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't super hard to adjust to. I don't really touch the ropes that often. So, I mean, I guess the biggest challenge there was like not getting thrown out of the ring. But like, it kind of felt like wrestling in college, like on a mat, there's no ropes there anyway or whatever. So it's kind of in my element. But it was definitely an experience I would like to experience again. That's a mouthful.
So, I'm sorry, Devyn. I don't mean to step all over you. Go ahead, bud.
No, absolutely not. That was a good question. You say you wrestled in college. Is there any of like former wrestlers or current wrestlers that you model your work after?
As collegiate athletes, not so much, but like actual like pro wrestlers, definitely Kurt Angle, definitely Shelton Benjamin. Brock Lesnar was a huge influence on me, and that's not how I came to the Suplex Assassin, but that's what I started working with before I came up with the Suplex Assassin. Taz, definitely. I've been called this generation's Taz, which is dope as hell. I got some Triple H in there. I got some Randy Orton in there. I try to dip into as many bags as I possibly can, and just try to make, shit work for me.
I want to touch on something real quick there, because you mentioned it, Brock Lesnar. And for everybody at home that doesn't know what the Battle Riot is, the Battle Riot is like a Royal Rumble. However, you can pin, you can submit, you can do all kind of things different to get the victories. And you, in this Battle Riot 5 as the winner, it was very similar to me, the way that the Brock Lesnar from a few years ago was, where people were coming to the ring and you were just getting rid of them, except in a different way. You were choking them out.
Yeah.
And how many eliminations did you have, and how tired were you in the middle of that match?
I don't remember how many eliminations I had. I have to go back and watch it. I can't remember. I know it was a lot, because I think did I set a record? I think
you set a record for time.
For time. Yeah, I didn't set a record from eliminations, but I had a good chunk of eliminations there. Before we did Battle Riot, like I think like a month or two ago, like Court told me that I was going in at number 1 or whatever. He didn't tell me anything else. He told me I was going in at number 1. He says, like, work on your cardio, and I was like, my cardio is always already good, but now it's got to be even better. I think by, I want to say Leo Rush, I was like, am I gonna be able to do this? Like as soon as I saw him come out, I was like, he fast too. He like to move around here to run around. Like I'm about to be. But the point in the match where I end up getting knocked out of the ring because I'm over trying to choke out Calvin or whatever, and I'm on the floor. That was definitely needed. And also getting a little water break was also needed too.
Well, I thought that honestly, God, I thought that when Leo Rush came in was the absolute worst time for you. You had just choked out like 5 guys, and you have this nut job. And I knew you weren't going to choke him out in a minute.
Nope.
So I'm thinking, oh man, but yeah, good for you. Again, guys, sorry, go.
No, that was fantastic. So you worked with a lot of guys in that battle, right? Is there any guys that you specifically like working with more than like any of them the rest?
I haven't, like, as far as like outside of Battle Riot, I really haven't had a chance to work with a lot of those people, whether on the independents or at MLW. But one little moment that I had with Ray Jazz, like I think we have really, really good chemistry, and I'd really love to come back to that, whether it be like a feud, a storyline, or just a match, just a showcase match. He's also a former collegiate athlete, a very, very good one, better than me. Yeah, I'd love to get in there with him. I feel like we'd make magic.
No, that would be cool. Mike, James, you guys got any questions for him?
I got one. You mentioned the Boom IA thing, like you just had to you said it a bunch to get it over. You know, is there one time where it clicked in your head, like, okay, this is finally starting to catch traction? Like, how did that, they finally started feeding back to it?
The moment I knew that, like, okay, we really, really have something here, was that the first match with Davey Boy in Philly. They were chanting Boom hella hard. The music just hit, and they were just coming up on that. And then that no ropes match is when I really knew, okay, boom, we're in here. Boom really is for the people, because that place was fucking rocking. That shit was rocking. I was so fucking hyped. Yeah, and then Battle Riot was its own thing, because then they were just doing it or whatever. I wasn't even. I think a few times I did say it or whatever. I don't know if they heard me or not, but they were, every single time an elimination happened, they were chanting "Boom my A." Like that shit was dope as hell. But at least when I was in there.
Well, that's that Philadelphia crowd, right? What do you think of them, and what do you think of that ECW arena?
Man, like I said when I talking about my debut, like the fact that I was able to get over the first time in Philly, because before everybody was like, yo, this is a really, really hard crowd. You know, if you fuck up, they're gonna let you know. Like there is not with the bullshit out here. So to be able to kind of endear myself to them, like, yeah, I was getting booed, like, sure, but like they could have also not gave a damn about me and just like kind of just been like, okay, we're not fucking this guy. This guy doesn't have it, whatever it is. I love that crowd. That crowd loves me. It's a very mutual relationship.
So yeah, that like I said, I'm only 25 minutes outside there. I've been to that arena a lot. If you could save me a parking space for July 8th, that'd be a real big help. Because I'll tell you what, every time I park there, I'm freaking thinking about it the whole time that I'm getting towed out of there. It's terrible. But other than that, it's a great place to. It's a great arena. It's a great time. It's a great environment. It's fun. And I'll tell you what, MLW does a great job of production. And listen, there's another organization that's been there a bunch too, and it doesn't look nearly as good as how you guys do with all the graphics and everything like that. So it looks really good on TV. I think you clean that place up pretty good. So that's good stuff.
I was curious if there's anybody in particular that you have the most chemistry with. You know, like there's one person that you get in the ring with that you can just feel it like, okay, we're going to have a damn good match. Regardless what we do, I just have this chemistry with this person. Is there anybody in particular that you feel like you have that chemistry with?
In MLW or just in wrestling?
MLW or anybody in particular that you just feel like?
As far as like just like being in the ring with somebody and having great chemistry with them, Thomas, Mr. Thomas, we haven't wrestled, but like we've tagged, whatever. We have really good chemistry, both in the ring and outside of the ring. As far as just like wrestling as a whole, my favorite opponent, his name is Damian Tangra. We trained together. He was the guy. He's the guy I'm feuding with right now in a promotion in Georgia right now. But he was also the first person. He was also my first feud ever in wrestling. I won my first championship off of him, the WWE 4 Internet Championship. He has a jiu-jitsu background. I have my wrestling background, so we mesh really well there. Then we also get along very well. So like I can go in there with him, and we can call it, or we can just shoot it or whatever. Either way, it's going to be an amazing match.
Mike, what do you got, buddy?
Well, you did say at one time that you're a big fan of Jeff Hardy. Have you ever met him in person or anything?
I have not met Jeff Hardy yet. I think it's still a possibility that I can, so I can tell him that, you know, it was you versus Undertaker for the undisputed title is the match. It was like, yep, we're gonna become a professional wrestler. I think that would be cool. Or hopefully he cares. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. That's a good guy.
Funny the way you said it about that Philadelphia crowd getting behind you. They also got behind another MLW personality. His name is Microman. Have you had any interactions with him?
Other than the Battle Riot, no. But I would love to have a match with Microman. Microman is the GOAT in my opinion, greatest of all time. He's just awesome. Like there's nothing you can really say bad about him. I wish I spoke more Spanish so I could actually have a conversation with him. But even just like nonverbal stuff, he's really, really dope.
Nice.
So the next night, after the next week on MLW, you were watching the match with Hammerstone and I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas. I had it there. Thomas Sharp. Ha. And you were on the announce team. And I thought you were quite a natural at that. Is that something you can see yourself getting into eventually?
Yeah. At first, I was my very first time on commentary. I was so freaking nervous. I was like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, how do y'all come off so smooth? But once I kind of got the hang of it, and I just realized like I can be the same way I am on the mic. It was just like, okay, we can do this. Yeah, definitely. I hope they give me more opportunities to be on commentary. I enjoy it. I enjoy interacting with Joe and Matt Striker. It's cool to be interacting with Matt Striker because, again, watching him growing up on TV is kind of nuts. He's nuts, actually. Very, very crazy individual.
Devyn, what else you got, bud?
So we mentioned his name a lot, Mr. Thomas. Is there any classic Mr. Thomas road stories you can tell us? Or do you not ride with him?
Not really. No, I really don't. I mean, like when I get to Philly or I get to wherever we are or whatever, if he has like a rental car or something or whatever, we'll go get food. But really nothing crazy has really happened. He's a hoe, but not a hoe in the sense of like other people, but he is a hoe. He's very much a thought. And it is very.
I can't wait. So he's coming on in 2 weeks, just so you know. That is the first question he's getting asked. So there you go.
Man,
would you consider yourself a hoe?
No, don't say hoe. You can't say hoe, but you can say thought. Are you a thought? He's gonna be
All right.
All right, that's funny. I think that we've had enough of the first question part. We should hop into this match.
All right, yeah, get the match started. I'm sure I can ask something.
Also, I will say, just so I'm not dragging down Mr. Thomas. He's definitely been. He's been one of my favorite things about MLW. Once we got put together, like I didn't know if we were gonna mesh or not, but just like the chemistry that we had at first and how encouraging he is. How do I say this? He's like, I mean, I have an older brother, but he's almost like another older brother. He's just a really, really dope and genuine human being. I can't wait for him.
It's so much better when you talk shit about him.
Yeah. It's always, I mean, it's always better when I talk shit about him. But yeah, he's a love that guy.
While they get this match going, one more thing. Duke the Dumpster Drosy was in the Battle Riot, and you were pulling out his prosthetic.
You know what sucks about that is, obviously we talked about it before or whatever. It's a prosthetic leg. Shits are fucking expensive. But the next day or whatever, when we were all leaving or whatever, he's like, I was like, damn, I really wish you would have got like the leg off. And then I go to pull the leg off like while we're sitting in the hotel lobby, and I'm like, damn, why wasn't it this easy like last night? Like this would have been like the greatest moment ever.
Oh,
pull that bitch off and walk around with it, but it wasn't meant to be.
That was one of those
things
moments.
happening.
One of those moments, my friend. James, you want to go ahead and introduce this match?
Oh, what match is that, you ask? Well, it is Alex Kane versus Alex Hammerstone for the PCW Ultra Heavyweight Championship. It took place at PCW All Systems Go. That went down October 22nd, 2021 at the ILWU Memorial Hall in Wilmington, California. Had a match length of a little over 20 minutes. Boom.
That was impressive.
Thanks, man.
All right. We ready?
We are ready.
We never do the countdowns right.
And if you look on the screen, a lot of the information I just read is right at the bottom. So it really helped a lot on this video.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So good at that.
It makes it more official when there's a countdown.
I know.
That's true. That's true.
Man, I'll tell you what, you are a scary, scary guy.
I'm a nice guy. Oh, you're talking to Alex,
get
my
out of
bad.
town.
My bad.
I was
Definitely have an
like
intimidation on your side.
20 pounds heavier.
You know
Here.
what? All of you do the same thing. You are the third guy in a row that has come on. Thrill Billy says the same thing. Look at that guy. I had some weight on me there. AJ Kazana, same thing.
Alex, have you ever done any work with New South Wrestling?
Yeah, I did a little bit with them.
I seen you had a match with Derek Neal. I'm a big fan of Derek Neal.
I love Derek Neal. He's also one of my favorite opponents. He's one of those guys there, whether we call it or whether we just shoot the shit. It'll be a good one.
He's one of them guys that just makes it look legit. I mean, he puts everything behind it, and he's gonna make you feel it.
All right, so Alex versus Alex here.
Did you
that'll
make
be
any
happening
jokes
again.
to him? Like loser loses the name or anything?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
I like the Braun
I mean-
Strowman pants that he's wearing.
I mean, it's a look. It's definitely a look.
Right?
Somebody's gonna get these hands.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Jeez, oh man.
Man.
A young Alex Kane.
So this was 2 years ago, so pretty quick after the pandemic, right?
Pretty quick after the pandemic, pretty quick after this was like, I think the week after Hammerstone wrestled fought 2 for the world title, actually. Because there's a spot in this match that you'll see later on with his ankle or whatever. So it was cool.
I think we're pretty good fans of Fatu. He's
As an honorary oos myself, I would like to say we are fans of Fatu.
Is it lagging hella hard for you two, or is it just me?
A little bit. That's showbiz, baby. I do want to say, I want to ask a big ass dude like this, like, how do you go about a match like with, let's say, a smaller guy, and then let's say like a bigger guy like this? Like, what's the little different strategy that you go for?
There really is no different strategy. I mean, there may be like I may not use the same like suplexes. I try to tailor my suplexes to my opponents as far as their size goes, but it's I'm still gonna try to work the same strategy until it doesn't work, and then I'm gonna find something different.
So it's like walk out, beat ass, pin, walk back.
Pretty much.
Boom my yang.
But if there's any bumps in the road, then we gotta address those bumps in the road.
Yeah.
Do you prefer going against a bigger size guy, or do you prefer maybe somebody a little bit smaller stature? Is there?
I ain't got a preference. I ain't got a preference. I like a challenge, and sometimes I like somebody's a little speedy where I have to like really like catch them.
I always
no, I don't
enjoy
really have
having
a
somebody
preference.
bigger in the ring. That way they can just sling my ass all over the ring.
Well, see, I don't like to get slung. I like to do the slinging.
I was $150 back then, though. So
What about being on the outside? How are
Yeah.
you on the outside of the in the crowd and stuff like that? Do you enjoy that part of it?
Being like watching matches as a fan.
No. Like when you guys are outside the ring fighting.
Oh yeah, I thoroughly enjoy that shit. I think I enjoy it a little, just a tinge bit more than like some of the in-ring stuff. Because I like engaging with the crowd themselves. So yeah, I enjoy that. If we can get to the outside. I mean, I got some tips and tricks on the outside too. So
When you engage with the crowd, do you kind of have a predetermined, like, I'm going to say this, or are you just like in the moment feeling it? Like
in the moment, reacting off of what they're saying. I mean, like I have like normal shit that I say or whatever. And if they react off of that, I'll run with that. If they don't react off of that, I'll say something else.
pretty much just freestyling it out there, like whatever comes to your head? Yeah.
Do you guys call this match in the ring, or do you guys go over it before?
We went over this match before. Hammerstone, this was actually, what was this? This was right around the time that I signed or whatever, but I was still pretty new in wrestling because I think I was like 2 or 3 years in, but like really 2 years of actually like working independent shows because of the pandemic and shit. So I was a ball of nerves. Hammerstone John Cena this match for me, so it was definitely one of the easiest matches I've ever had in my life.
you were his first title defense right here because he just beat Neil Mortis for the title, and so you were his first title defense.
Yeah.
So, man, I'll tell you, it is something to watch you two in the ring here, because you just seem like two completely different styles, but you work well together. And like you said, you planned this out ahead of time and everything like that. But how much are you communicating in the ring?
Oh, that's one of the biggest things. You gotta, like, a lot of like wrestling fans and some wrestlers or whatever, they get so caught up on, okay, if we call this in the back, then like whoever's in the ring's got to remember every single thing or whatever. And, you can't get lost, you can't get off track or anything like that. But the pros, like, especially like WWE, it's actually where I kind of learned it is like they're communicating all throughout the match, whether it's like maybe changing something or it's, reminding you of something, or even especially in WWE, I haven't gotten to the point where I can do it, but like encouraging each other. Like I remember I was, I didn't pay for the seminar, but I was just there because it was Evolve. But Adam Cole did a seminar, and he was talking about how when he wrestled Daniel Bryan, like Daniel Bryan was in there. They were talking about the match itself, but Daniel Bryan was in there encouraging him, like, yo, you're doing fucking awesome. Like, keep fucking going. Like, yo, take your fucking moment, like shit like that. And I thought that was really, really dope. And it just makes the performance that much better to be able to communicate. I just think it's funny that Hammer was just like, I'm not hiding and or concealing any of this. You see us talking? Cool. You don't see us talking? Also cool. Do I really care? No, because like it also goes back to John Cena. Like people buy front row tickets to hear him call shit out there anyway. Also, you would rather everything go off as crisp as it possibly can than trying to, whisper it or like keep it concealed or whatever terminology you would like to use, and then the spot or the match go completely fucking awry. So I'd rather talk to you, people be able to see us talking or whatever, because I mean, unless you can actually hear me, you don't know if I'm talking shit to this guy or if we're communicating about what's going on in the ring. But I would rather things go off without a hitch and everybody be safe than be worried about some, dare I say it, Mark be mad that we're fucking talking.
You know, you've taken control of this match. It was something great. I love that you threw him off the top turnbuckle and everything like that. But you make a good point. Listen, I don't look for guys talking. I don't look for leg slaps. I don't look for anything like that. I'm just there to enjoy the time. And I think people that actually go out of their way to try to find those things are really missing out on just a great show. So I mean, you have 5 really big fans here, and we're not looking to poke holes in anything. We're just looking to enjoy ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then even if you do hear somebody talking, I mean, they still have to execute everything and make it look good. So
yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Just because you heard something doesn't mean that necessarily can be good or bad. I mean, they still have to go out there and execute whatever they got going on. And
exactly. Like when I hear people talk about like leg slaps and, you know, trying to make noise and like, oh, well, you know, this wouldn't sound like this. It doesn't matter whether realistically a punch to the face would sound like that. It doesn't matter. It's the sound that people are reacting to, and that's what's important. Everything in this, like before, people used to stomp and punch. Stomping and punching, you're not gonna you don't punch somebody and stomp or stomp somebody and punch. Like that's not real. That's there's nothing real about that. You wouldn't do that in a fight. So yeah, you wouldn't slap your leg when you hit somebody or whatever, but you also wouldn't stomp the ground when you hit somebody. It's about making sound.
That explains why I lost that fight, because I was stomping the ground.
Yeah, see,
hitting that guy.
See, you messing up. But like if what you're doing while you're slapping your leg, or you're like AR Fox likes to clap or whatever when he kicks people, like people are focused on the move or whatever's happening in that moment or whatever. They're not focused on the slapping his hands or slapping his leg, because like that's not what's supposed to be focused on. If you're focused on that, that means you're looking for that or whatever. Yeah. And like you said, Brad, like you're really not trying to have a good time here.
That's the main thing, because like when I go to wrestling shows and stuff, like I don't give a fuck about leg slaps or who's talking or whatever. I don't give a shit, and half the time I don't even notice it. I'm there to escape like the bullshit, you know, like life. I'm there for a show. I'm there to have a good time, cheer the good guys, boo the bad guys. Like I'm there. I get lost in the moment. I don't give a fuck if like, oh, did you hear him say this? No, because I wasn't paying attention to that. I was enjoying like the moment, you know.
I love how you're working the crowd here. I love that you're dominating the match. He had you when you landed on him on the apron. His ribs have to be hurting.
Oh yeah, they were definitely hurting. I pull nothing with that one because I can't.
I was curious. You had him set up for maybe like a T-bone suplex, and he just threw him down on the ground. Was there
that right there was since we don't have the sound on, you really can't hear him, but they were like, we want a suplex. I hadn't thrown a suplex on this entire match up to this point. And I get Hammer was like grab me for one or whatever, and just see how they react. So I grabbed them or whatever, and they were like, yeah, and I threw him down. You know, being a heel, like
you dirty heel.
You'll get it on my time, because I kept tapping my wrist like, it's on my time. It's on my time. I just thought that was a fun little moment, being an asshole.
So right here, choking him out like this is exactly how you put out probably about, I mean, was it 7-8 guys at least in the battle, maybe more. I can't really remember, and even that's how you won the match. So it's just it's just so dominant of a finisher to me. And I also love all the suplexes. I really do. Suplexes are fun.
You know, it's funny enough, when I first signed and like Court was trying to like figure out, kind of his vision for me, because it was good that I came in with the suplex assassin. It's something to build on. But he came up with, the mission of submission. And at first I was not with it at all. Cause like my little catchphrase is like, you about to get all this work. But when I look back on it now, I'm glad that, but like I really didn't do submissions or whatever when I came in. Like even on the indies, I really didn't do submissions. Like I would bust out an ankle lock every now and again, but that was really it. But over time with the mission of submission or whatever, like I've had to like really brush up on like finding submissions that I enjoy doing that I can pull off and get on and hit on anybody. But yeah, at first I was like, okay. Like the mission of submission isn't just about like actual submission moves. It's about, like submitting somebody to your will or submitting them to my will or whatever, which is whatever the fuck I want. That's another cool way to look at it, in my opinion.
I'll tell you what adds to that ankle lock is your facials, and just it's really not even what you're doing with the ankle. It's just everything you're doing else, like your face, you're yelling.
Tap, make him tap.
Yeah, that's something I didn't realize before, because like trying to hold his big ass fucking leg is a little bit lower, and just focus even more on the facials and all that other stuff, because that's really what's important. You ain't really, you're not really like torquing that thing, especially injured or whatever.
Really those little nuances make a world of difference, though. Just that little tap or just those little extra deals make a huge difference in the match, I believe.
Most definitely.
I'm really excited for your next match, because I think the people are behind you, and I think this Hammerstone reign is coming to an end.
It has to.
One thing I like that you said earlier, Alex, is that you said that you're about 20 pounds heavier here. Well, we can really tell that you play a great character here. You're really toned in on like who you are and yourself. And now 2 years later, I feel like you've got your body now set, and like you're finally completing the whole package. Is that what you're kind of feeling?
Yeah, definitely. Because like at this time, I thought like I had to be physically heavier or whatever to be kind of taken seriously, but it's not. I guess the suplex assassin character, it was never about me being this big ass dude or whatever. It was never about that. It was never about being super heavy. It was more about, I think it's actually cooler that I was a smaller guy. I'm still a decent sized guy. I'm not playing myself and saying that like I'm tiny or anything like that, but to be like I guess a medium sized big guy or whatever, and to be able to do what I'm able to do with the techniques and shit that I have, I think that's like the bigger part of it. But I enjoy wrestling more now that I'm like 20 pounds lighter. I move better, cardio's better. I still look pretty big, so I'm cooler where I'm at right now.
How hard is it when you're first learning how to like kind of let the moment, breathe a little bit, not just like speed up and go and go and go?
That's the most difficult thing on the fucking planet. And like that, it comes with time and a little bit of discipline. No, not a little bit of discipline, lots of discipline.
Beautiful reversal.
Because like you get so excited, you want to get to the next thing, but like, because you don't want the crowd to like come down in it. You want them to just stay up, but you can't do that because it's a roller coaster ride and you got to take them on that ride. So you got to let things simmer a little bit. You got to bring shit back up. But yeah, that's really, really hard. That's what people mean if you ever hear like a OG say like slow down, like that's what that means. Like slow down and like really like live in those moments. If they're behind you, if they're fucking with you, like revel in that. Engage with them. Like don't just go to the next thing. The next thing doesn't matter. Yeah. The moment that you're in, that's what matters.
That was the hardest thing for me to do.
Oh yeah.
Because I was so small. I felt like I said, keep moving, and you're killing yourself and you're killing the match. I
Nah,
don't
like
think I ever grasped that concept. To slow
yeah,
down.
like when you're a smaller guy, when you like if you're in the ring with like a bigger guy, like if you set it up to where you know you haven't got this guy off their feet, you haven't got the guy on their feet, and like there's nothing you can do to get this guy off his feet or whatever, but then you finally get him off his fucking feet, you gotta rev on that moment, especially if the people have been along with you on the ride. They're like there with you, like you gotta embrace that feeling, like, yeah, let's fucking go. I finally knocked the guy off his damn feet. Let's finish this shit. Like some shit like that. But that's kind of what you need in those moments.
Absolutely.
Not just, I knocked the guy's feet. Let me just go up and do something else cool.
Yeah.
You kind of just said something about like what you did earlier, but it's kind of vice versa when you're being a heel in this match, where you went to do the suplex, but then pushed it off and waited until later to actually execute it.
Yeah.
So that again is kind of just basking in the moment.
Exactly. Like the crowd. I mean, Hammer is extreme. He's extremely over at PCW. I got myself over. So the crowd was kind of split because I did have fans there. But like, yeah,
Low blow.
this is funny.
I didn't see a low blow. I didn't see it at all.
Ref didn't see it for sure.
No, I didn't see it.
I got another.
I don't know what happened.
I got a question about like on one hand, you want the move to breathe or the moment to breathe, but then also like there's a lot of like good fluidity between y'all. Like there's no like, all right, we're gonna do this move, then stop, and then we're gonna do this move and stop. Like, how do you juggle the contrast between that?
That is one of those things I really can't explain. It's just kind of just like that comes a time. You just gotta like
a feeling.
It's a feeling, yeah. It's definitely a feeling.
Because there's a lot of times you're watching a match and you're like, they're just going down like a checklist, like we're gonna do this move, then we're gonna do this move. But like when the fluidity's there, that's when it's really
people
good.
With that, that's where storytelling comes into play, and that's where psychology comes into play. And a lot of people don't understand that shit. Cause like, yeah, you can do 100,000 moves or whatever, and like that's not gonna get you nowhere. But like if you escalate things in a way or whatever, like then everything makes sense to everybody else watching. But a lot of dudes don't understand that. Like there definitely are big moves that you can't do all the time, and then there's definitely like small moves that you can throw in there as many times as you want to.
Definitely a Hulk Hogan type move there from Hammer, because him kicking out at one. Come on now.
He is a Hulk Hogan mark, and like Booker T said, we are coming for you.
Like seriously, man.
I told him that I called him Warrior Hogan in a promo in New York. He thought that was funny. He thinks that he is not a Hulk Hogan like carbon copy, but he is.
Are you serious?
Very much so.
Is.
I remember. So I think a fan on Twitter said, "Oh, you're just a Hulk Hogan wannabe." It was like, I wore the red and yellow once, and I did the pose. I'm like, dude, it's in everything that you do.
There's like 6 shirts.
So, yeah, six Hulk Hogan type shirts. Bro, like this feud that we're gonna have, I'm going to get his ass in ways that nobody else has.
I can't wait.
About this Hogan Warrior shit. Like Hammerstone, who are you? Like if we take away the influence of Hogan and Warrior, like who are you? That's my question. Who about them? Who are you?
It almost writes itself, right?
Yeah, it really does.
So before you get out of
his finishing move, how hard is it to take that finishing move? Because it looks like If you don't take it right, you could really get hurt.
It's not. I wish I would have done it better. Just when you really think about it, it's really not that difficult. If from wrestler speak, if you just post it there like it's a regular like stalling suplex, you get your feet straight, keep them shits together, post hard or whatever. Everything else is on him. But if you're not light on like, if you don't make yourself light when going up for the suplex, yeah, it can end really badly. If you're taller than him or the same height as him, you kind of gotta while you're coming down, you kind of gotta like pull your legs in. It's a stupid move, honestly.
It just seems like it's unnatural because when you get
It's very
set up for the
unnatural.
suplex, you're used to going backwards.
Yeah, it's a very, very unnatural move. It's one of the most unrealistic moves I can think of, because I mean, if professional wrestling was not a work, because it's a work, we're not pulling any fucking punches with that shit. You can't pull that move off. He could not, if the other person is not playing ball, he's not pulling that move off. He's strong. He is strong, but he ain't that strong. Ain't nobody that strong.
Before we let you go, you mind if I do some rapid fire with the Twitter questions here?
Yeah, let's crack it.
All right. So here we go with these names. All right. Kyle G, aka K Marvel, #GirlDag asks, what is your favorite video game system? What are we doing?
Xbox One. Xbox One. That's my favorite one. That's what I've been rocking with for several years.
All right.
Got any games that you
I've been playing. My wife just bought the Hogwarts Legacy game. At first, when she bought it, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. But I started playing. I'm like, yo, this is fucking dope.
My fiance's birthday is coming up, and I got that in the cart already. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't. We can't go an episode without hearing her name a few times. So, Sheep Heat Spotfest asks, Fuji's, The Score, or Miseducation of Lauryn Hill?
Ooh. This is really gonna test my black card. No, the Fuji.
Great answer.
All right. Midwest Match Card asks, what's the craziest rumor you've heard about yourself? Good question. I like that one better than the other two.
No, I haven't. I don't have any crazy rumors about myself.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Lejefe, I'm going to butcher this. Lejefa Esquia. That is not it. Who is your
Nailed it.
favorite?
It's
Who's
El
your favorite?
Jefe.
All right. See that? I'm a problem. I'm a real problem. Who is your favorite colleague in MLW?
Mr. Thomas.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah, yeah. All right. Aaron B. Harold asked, world's greatest tag team versus Alex Kane and, so I guess you got to name the tag team, and who are you with?
Shawn Benjamin,
I think.
World's greatest tag team versus Chad Gable. Me and Chad Gable versus world's greatest tag
Freaking
team.
love it.
That'd be nice.
I'm a
Yes.
big Chad Gable guy.
that'd be
sure.
a banger.
And who's the tag team?
Yeah.
The
we
world's
face-
greatest tag team, he said.
Okay.
All right. Friend of the show, Allison Faye asks, and we all know where this is going. You don't know. How did you decide on this hairstyle?
Honestly, I saw Mr. T with it, and I thought he looked dope. I think I was watching 18, or I might have been watching Rocky 3. I think it was Rocky 3.
Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang. It was one of the two, but I thought it was dope. I thought it looked mean, and I think I cut I had my very first one cut in like 7th grade when I started playing football. I thought it was a mean haircut, and when I cut it first, everyone was like, yo, this shit fits you. I also had another one of my dad's friends tell me that I couldn't wear a mohawk for the rest of my life. I had to get a normal haircut. But look at me now. Look at me now, Marvin, on TV wrestling with what? A mohawk. Suck it, bitch.
Yeah,
I did have a question. How you feel with Will Hobbs stealing your snarl that you do?
He is. I mean, I don't think that.
I think he stole it from you. Honestly, I think he did.
I mean, maybe. We're two very, very attractive looking men. And we
Very
have
good point. Good
similar
point.
snarls. So I mean, I think a lot of people when they see me, they're like, "Oh, is that Will Hobbs?" I'm like, Will Hobbs is twice my size.
Right?
That man is huge. Okay, that man is huge. But also like he's a phenomenal like performer. So like I can't be mad about being compared or people saying I look like him. It is what it is. Maybe we're related somewhere down the line.
We all are.
Yeah, pretty much. We all are.
Last question here is from Josh Fields, friend of the show. I'd like to know about the craziest crowd you performed in front of, specifically either a really rowdy crowd or a show where you had any wild interactions with a fan.
Mexico, Tijuana, the Crash. Those fans are fucking nuts. Like, they like to throw beans at you. I've never had it happen to me, but they throw piss. If you really piss them off, it's fucking gross. But if they're not like stupid crazy or whatever, they're still nuts to the point to where it's like they understand what's going on and they're here to have a fucking good time. You're a baby face and you're a good baby face, we fucking with you. If you a heel, and there should be an episode airing here in the next couple months. Oh man, they give it to you. They're my favorite. They're my favorite, most rowdy crowd.
A spoiler.
Yeah.
So
I did something that I wasn't extremely comfortable with doing to them, but Conan said it was a great idea, and I'm not about to piss off Conan in Mexico.
True. Good point.
So yeah, it was weird.
So I got a question. So your big moment comes. You have a contract from AEW, WWE, same contract, same money, same dates. What do you want to pick?
I can't answer this question because I'm still currently under contract.
That's called
Fucking
tampering,
yeah,
Mike.
Great answer. Great answer.
Where would you like to go? Okay, I get
You're
it.
asking the future MLW
Yeah, he's gonna be
heavyweight
the
champion.
face, the face of MLW here.
We ain't worried about either one of those two.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm the deal.
MIA.
Boom,
Fuck
my
Mike.
dog.
Fuck
Who
Mike.
might that question?
No,
That's
not
like-
fuck Mike. Not fuck Mike. You didn't know. You didn't know whether I could answer that question or not. You asked the question. It wasn't a bad question.
Don't let him
I just
fool you.
can't answer
He
the
knew
question.
that shit. He knew that shit.
All right. Well, we really appreciate you coming on today. This was a lot of fun. We hope you had some fun too.
I definitely had some fun. Didn't you see my face?
Yes.
And I definitely want you to have this Rocky 2 moment in Philadelphia where you
Oh,
take down
Me
the
too,
champ.
dog. Me too.
So if you plug all your stuff.
Follow me on Twitter at Alex_Kane11. Follow me on TikTok at the same handle. Instagram at the Suplex Assassin. Don't find me on Facebook, but if you're a promoter, you can find me on Facebook. We can be friends because you can put money in my pockets. Or if you're a fan, like you're going to be my friend, like you got to buy some merchandise. Like there's an entry fee. See, just like that. It's a dope shirt too.
Suplex season.
Did I say TikTok? Yeah, did I say TikTok? I said TikTok. Yeah, follow me on TikTok. I'm hilarious. And
We are too.
I'm
We just
hosting-
don't post anything, Devin.
Merchandise, MLWshop.com. Just type in Alex Kane, you'll see all of my wonderful merchandise. Also brainbustertees.com. Type in the Suplex Assassin, you'll see all of my wonderful, great merchandise that you should buy.
Buy that
Nice
shit.
for the people. See, he bought a sticker.
I did buy a sticker.
Devin is a
Yeah,
man of his
right.
word. He is a man of his word.
That he
As
is.
long as his wife says it's okay for him to buy it anyway.
Right,
Hey,
ain't that the
yeah.
truth?
Wife is the boss.
Absolutely.
My
Happy wife,
wife's
happy
back
life.
here somewhere in this abyss, and she is the boss.
Hey, got a
Right,
man.
she's the boss.
All right. Well, thanks again for coming on. We hope to have you on again. And I'm telling you what, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there July 8th, day before my vacation. My wife's not going to like it. but
Should
I'm
be all
going.
right.
Just
Right.
if you can, just save me a parking space, man. I'd really appreciate it.
I'll try to find. I really will try to find you one.
Yeah, put a cone in one of those behind the
Yeah.
building there. That'd be great.
Gotcha. I mean, I can't actually. I got you. I'll try. We'll see.
All right.
Get there early.
But
Yeah.
hey, as a fan, I do want to say we've definitely appreciated the climb that you've been on, and we know that there are way bigger skies on the horizon. So I can't wait to see what the fucking future has in store for you, because you are on the come up for sure.
Thank you. I
Top
can't wait
100
to see what
rated,
he
top
does.
100, man. That's big
Yeah,
time
I
shit.
went from 414 to 86. I think that
Boom.
may be the biggest jump ever.
That's a
That
hell
might-
of a jump.
That is a
that might be the
humongous
biggest
leap.
jump ever. So after this year, let's top 50 maybe. No.
Shit, hey man, they may fuck around and find out.
Maybe
There we
top
go.
20.
They get Alex Kane and Cabana Man Dan in the match together.
Oh,
You know, on the indies, I've kind of, I guess, moved away from being hailed from Suplex Island, but there's like a story there between me and Cabana Man Dan, because he's the castaway or whatever. He's the only person to survive Suplex Island, and now he's back. So there's a cool little story that could be told there. Just somebody has to tell it.
mhm. We may see him one day.
Noted. Well,
Thank you
All
so
right.
much for joining us too. I mean,
Thank you
it's
for
been-
having me.
Once
Been
again,
amazing.
he is the former MLW National Openweight Champion. He is the captain of the Boom IA Fight Club. He is
Future
the
MLW champion.
Suplex Assassin. He is the winner of the 2023 MLW Battle Riot, the future MLW Heavyweight Champion,
Yeah.
Alex freaking Kane.
I like Alex.
go,
freaking Kane. I gotta
let's
start doing that. Fuck Seth Rollins.
There you go. Nice.
Thanks
Thank you
once
very
again,
much
Alex.
for coming on with us.
Thank you guys. Yeah. So next time I come on, you guys don't have to pay the fee again. We're now
yeah.
homies.
All
Oh,
right.
hey man, it's your
But
show.
if this
You can come on
sucks-
anytime.
If this sucked, which it didn't, but if it did suck, then yeah, you guys have to pay the fee again. But you guys,
Yeah,
You
it
charge
does
double
be
next
Blaine
time.
Devyn.
We'll charge you guys next time.
Devyn.
we'll just
Yeah.
come on and kick it.
That's it.
Hopefully
That
they'll
means a
drop the
lot,
battle
man. It really
riot.
does. Thank you.
Hopefully they'll drop the battle riot on YouTube and we can watch that
Oh, that'd be
That'd
dope.
nice. That'd
Hell
be
yeah.
dope.
That'd be cool.
in full. They need to drop it in full because what they aired on TV was not in full.
Right.
But yeah, thank you guys for having me on. Thank you guys for being interested in my work. Thank you for watching a lot of my work, Brad. And you guys have an awesome day or awesome rest of your day.
Thanks, Alex.
Don't do anything
Appreciate
I
it,
wouldn't do.
If I do, I'll name it right after you.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
You
Alex.
too. Well, that was awesome.
We want to
Yes,
thank Alex
sir.
Kane for all that, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, he's just one of the guys, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was really good, guys. Really good. I enjoyed that a lot.
Now that was awesome. Brad, how are you?
All right, so you guys know I took my daughter back to college on Friday, and so I told her 3 days in advance. I go, look, I'm leaving early. So I mean, how much packing have you done? She goes, Dad, I just have it's in a text. I can read it to you. A couple of finishing touches, I'm good to go. I'm like, great. So I get up at 5:30 in the morning last Friday. Now we recorded the night before. 5:30 in the morning, I get up, and I actually did it. Okay, I got up. I'm at Dunkin' Donuts at 10 to 6. Getting ready to leave. I text her, hey, on my way. So I'm driving, no traffic, no nothing. Everything is going real smooth. I see that she likes my text around 7:30 in the morning. Fantastic. Thanks for liking my text. About 9:30 in the morning, she lets me know, well, let's see. At 8:30 in the morning, she lets me know that she's not quite packed yet. I'm like, listen, now you got 2 hours, sweetie. You got 2 hours. So I get there, and West Virginia is an ass backwards town. Yeah, I said it that way. Ass backwards town. So I'm getting ready to pull up into the parking lot of her dorm. Now it's like one of these parking lots. It goes far back, and there's a bunch of dorms on the side. I don't know what's going on. There's a cop there that looks like he got his uniform at some kind of Halloween store for children. Okay. So he's all tucked in. He's yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you, sir? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just trying to get in. It's move out day and trying to get my daughter. He goes, no, well, we're not letting anybody in right now. I'm like, why is that? He goes, oh, we got some construction going on in there. I'm like, oh, man, you couldn't have picked a better day. So when can I get in there? Now, I don't know anything around this town. You know what I mean? He goes, well, we don't know yet. But the minute those trucks pull out, you can pull in. Well, that's vague. That is real vague. Now, when you're in West Virginia, I mean, I know for those that aren't looking at the video, it is hills. Like you sit at the top of this hill. It feels like you're at the top of like a roller coaster. Okay. And everybody's doing this. Everybody's all over the place, like kind of parked up there. I'm like, what the living hell? So I keep driving by and just giving this guy dirty looks, and he just waves at me. You know, you're in West Virginia. You're not in Philly anymore, Brad. No one cares.
Yeah.
So I pull into the free parking garage, which was nice. Now I can't get my daughter's stuff from her dorm to this parking garage, but I can at least walk and just see what at least going on. So I do, and I walk by him like, any luggage? He's like, no, sir. No, not yet. I'm like, all right, great. So again, no one's getting in. So I get into her dorm and I knock on her door. I walk into this dorm room. It looks like it looks like it threw up in there. It exploded. All right. There are 50 garbage bags, okay, that are half full with stuff. There are probably 200 hangers, like just laying across the room, dirt everywhere, just trash, and like bags that are half full of her stuff. She is not packed. She is not packed at all. Okay. I had a goal of being back in Philly by 4, 5, whatever. No. I can't even pull into the damn place. And guess what? Even if I did, she ain't ready. I'm like, all right, let's get to work. So I start getting the garbage bags and I bring them out. Dumpster's gone. Oh yeah, we take it out this time of day. What do you mean you take it out this time of day? For what? Well, we dump it. All right, great. Where can I put these garbage bags? In the back of this truck. I'm like, perfect. So I'm doing all that. And then you get one of these like big laundry type baskets to put your stuff in. Okay. So it's like, it rolls. I don't know if you picture it from the movie Annie when she hid inside the sheets. That's what I'm talking about here. Well, you can't go up and down the stairs with it. All right. You have to go in the elevator. Well, guess how many elevators there are? 1. Okay. 1. So everybody's moving out. You can fit maybe 2 of these laundry basket things, whatever they are, inside the elevator. So she fills it up and she gives it to me and I go over. Now she's on floor 2 and I go over to the elevator. You cannot go down the stairs with it. I tried. You can't. Okay. By the way, you can't do it. So I'm waiting at the elevator and then the doors open. There's 2 people in there. 2 people with these gigantic things. I'm like, well, obviously I can't get on. And they're like, yeah, obviously. But we're just looking at each other. This happened 3 times. 3 times. Okay. Finally it comes to me and I get on and there's this woman there with a West Virginia shirt on. She's about my age. And she says, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm like, great. I said, hello. I go, hello. She goes, yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm like, great. She goes, yeah, from Gettysburg. I moved out here 5 months ago because I couldn't handle the politics of Pennsylvania. She goes, I can't stand your leaders. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are you talking to me? All I said was hi. What? I don't ask you your life story. So
did you have a Philly shirt or something?
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Actually, I had on a wrestling shirt.
Fucking Philly people, man. I'm telling you.
So I'm ready to get off the elevator now, and I only have to go from 2 to 1. And she goes, no, and I'm trying to get off because I'm done with this woman. And she's like, no, you're on 6. I'm like, what? So I'm staying on the elevator, and then it goes 1 more floor, and I get off at 7. Why am I getting off the elevator at 7? So now I'm on floor 7. Okay. And then it starts happening again. The elevators come to me and I can't get on it because people are already on the damn thing. Now my daughter's calling me. She's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm on 7. She goes, I didn't even know there was a 7. So finally I get back on the elevator. I find my way down and now I realize I don't have a car out here. I'm still parked in the parking garage. So now I have to leave this thing down here and I have to go get my car from the parking garage. I pull it up and I get that in there. Now, but we're not done. We're not done because I got to fill this card up again. And then, yes, the safest place is 1, by the way. Floor 1 is the safest place because either you're getting off or you're getting on. But I know it's all going to happen all over again. So I get to 2. I finally fill it up. And I'm like, Kendall, everything's going in here this time because this is the last trip we're making or else we're walking down the steps. So again, 3 or 4 floors. I was ready. I left at 10 to 6. I wanted to be back. And then we finally get everything going. We finally get everything on the car. I got home at 6:30. I mean, it doesn't pay to
That was
be
way past your bedtime, Brad.
It doesn't pay to be prepared. Anyways, great to have her back home. She decided she's not going back next year, which is fine. I missed her anyway. And Brant and Stanton next.
Just funny how like that shit just that's life, baby. You know, a lot of your stories, I'm like, here we go.
Wish I was making them up, but I'm not.
Well, you know, it sounded like it was almost heaven. You know, boom. I had to, man. It's Morgantown. Life is older there, Brad. Older than the tree. Fuck yeah. Hey, it's a good song. Shout out John Denver.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's all they sing there. So
I understand. Yeah. Well, hey, we don't want to bring it. Oh man, that was about to be a bad joke. Speaking of jokes, I guess it's time for, you know, the hottest rising segment in wrestling podcast and all podcasts. You know it. I know it. We all know it. That's right. It is a Wakka 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 with Adam. So, Adam, what you got for us this week?
I got a couple of goodies right here. A little corny, but kind of funny.
That's
Yeah,
Wakka Wakka Wakka.
Wakka Wakka, Father Mike. I'm sorry. All right, so where do you guys think that pirates? Where do you think they get their hooks?
Hooks are us.
From the secondhand store. Secondhand. Okay.
That may be the best joke you've ever told on this show.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
Not
one.
really saying much, but you know.
Hey, exactly. You know.
So, what brand of underwear do scientists wear?
I don't know.
Calvin Klein.
Ah,
Calvin.
that was a 100-degree, you know, joke.
There you go.
It was not absolute zero.
Boom.
So he says, my wife asked me the other day where I got so much candy. I said, I always have a few tweaks up my sleeve.
I don't like dead jokes.
Look
Yeah,
at
I
Brad
think
dropping
that was
Easter eggs.
awesome. Oh, you know, I've seen a buddy of mine. He has this job where all he does is crush cans all day long. I asked how he likes it. He says, "Man, it's so depressing."
Mhm.
Wakka Wakka Wakka.
I like that one too.
And I'm going to end with this one. Do you know of all of the inventions that were made in the last 100 years that the dry erase board has got to be the most remarkable?
Boom.
What am I laughing about, huh?
I mean, it's got to be.
Right?
You know, that is a lot funnier than a Jonesy joke.
Oh man. Well, hey, I enjoyed that, Adam. There was a bunch
I had a
of gold in there
ball
for
joke.
Love you,
sure.
Ben.
I had a ball joke, but I didn't want Brad to get mad at me.
Probably would have flew over his head because there's no resistance with the hair and stuff. It's just, you know.
Mhm.
Speaking of air, I got to turn mine off.
So I hope you like those. I feel like those were some strong ones for this week.
Yeah, I liked them.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Wakka Wakka Wakka.
Wakka Wakka Wakka. Dug it.
Yes, sir.
Word. Fuck me running.
Word to your mother. Yeah.
I was about to edit this one time, but I didn't. It took a lot of editing. I guess you know, little Jamesy James is up next, so we'll see. But no, there's been a lot of you know, some things happening in our recent as we record type of stuff, and you know, it kind of makes you like ponder a lot of things and maybe realize that. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's got to get along, but a lot of the shit is just trivial and, you know, just stupid when you look at the bigger picture stuff. And you know, like we talk about our like podcast. I definitely do about it being an escape. You know, like the shit that's like, you know, like you don't have to worry about bullshit. Like just listen to us and ease your mind, and all that stuff. And that's how I viewed a lot of ad free shows. Is like, you know, it got me through some tough times. Listening to podcasts and shit like that. Well, you know, Mr. Odom, you know, Josh was a part of a lot of those. So it's just like, man, like I like to view our show as just like your friends hanging out. You need a friend, hit play. You know, like you got 5 right here. Like this is one of those like ease your mind type of thing, you know, relax. And to think about like Josh was a part of a lot of the podcasts that we use, you know, to relax. Like, you know, it's kind of just it's real strange to think about, man. He gave me a bunch of shit for being a Cowboys fan all the time. And, you know, but it was fun, like, you know, talking to him all the time and everything, seeing him in Chicago, you know, like all that stuff, random spots. It's just like, you know, sometimes the breaks in life and all that, and I've talked about this to death, but it's you know, just something that I think everybody needs a little bit of just like a break sometimes. And to have something to where you know you can just straight up not think about bullshit or anything going on, I really think it's therapeutic, and people need to take advantage of no matter what it is, you know, that you do. Watch sports, watch TV, or whatever. But I think we all need that you know, good little break. And I think Mr. Odom and his behind the scenes stuff provided a very good break for a lot of us when we needed it most, maybe. So, you know, shout out to him. Shout out to the ad free family for sure. Uh, you know, I just like the things that he did for us, you know, and ease our minds and troubles. And we could do like, isn't that what he would want? You know, moving forward, like, you know, the train doesn't stop. People are gonna always have problems. People are gonna always look for an escape. And I'm glad that he provided a lot of mine. And I hope moving forward we can provide a lot for, you know, other people. And that would be the best way. That's what he would want, you know. And once again, shout out to his wife, his children, and his family, and you know, all that. And oh man, like there's a lot of good that's you know, like the escape that you need. There's a lot of good in that. And
Absolutely.
he provided, I mean, he took me from my lowest of lows and, you know, brought me up. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really important that, you know, people just remember what it's all about, you know? I'll just put it that way, I guess.
Amen.
Boom.
Well said, James.
And speaking of,
timing's everything.
it is. And speaking of, you know, keeping everything like moving forward and progressing in a positive direction. Well, match 2 has 2 stars that, my goodness, you've heard their names moving forward from this. What match is that? Oh, it is Matt Riddle versus Shane Swerve Strickland for the MLW World Heavyweight Championship. It took place, get this, at the MLW The World Championship Final. Shout out to that name of a whatever. That was nuts to me. But when did that happen? Oh, it was April 12th, 2018 at the Guilt or Jilt, don't know, nightclub in Orlando, Florida. It had an attendance of 350, supposedly. Probably more. But it had a match length of 21 minutes and 45 seconds. But that's just the well, hey, fuck. Is there a build up to this? Because it's not on the outline. So how did we get there? Somewhat.
So the buildup is this. This was for the vacant MLW championship. This was a tournament.
Yeah.
So the
But
buildup
I mean,
is that.
does anybody have the tournament? Like so and so did so and so and so and so?
Nah, I didn't do any of that.
Fuck
Did you?
yeah.
My phone's dead, so I can't even look it up.
No bracket. We just got the final.
I think we need to take another timeout. I'll share the link. Where am I
I
sharing?
was
it?
about to say I can look it up
Yeah, please.
and put it in the chat.
My God,
I
this is gonna have
swear
more
to
edits,
God,
James. You got
I
your
do.
editing.
This
cut
is
out
gonna
for
be,
you.
hey, Buff was fun. Last week was pretty chill. Today's gonna be a doozy.
A professional podcast right here going on.
Hey, a
No, it is
professional
not.
podcast edits.
Yeah, we need a professional editor because that shit is something else.
Yeah, if you could share the link.
Got it. I'm getting there. Good God, man.
Oh, I'm
Jesus.
fine. I'm fine.
Fuck
I'm fine.
around.
I'm watching the Sixers.
Oh Lord.
a
Oh,
good
did you see
game,
Micah
man.
Parsons, who is from the Pennsylvania area? They're like, oh, he's wearing a Sixers jersey. Oh, he wants to go to the Eagles, James. I'm like, he's from Pennsylvania. Like, what the fuck? You know? He went to Penn State. You know what I'm saying?
What am I doing here? What? Hold on. Don't do
Hey,
it.
what's up, girl?
See, I think Adam has the ad-free shit. So this is gonna like pop up probably
This is
4
stuff you
times.
do. Well, I mean,
Oh
So
yeah.
we're-
is this where we're at, or do I need to start from the
No,
Start
beginning?
start the beginning. What the?
Well, why is it starting at 14 minutes?
Yeah,
Mine
yeah,
did that
that's
t-
where I was
mine did
last,
that too.
you know, watching it at.
right, so-
Man,
So where do we? How do we
Adam,
go back into this?
Okay.
All right, so
That
so we'll
was
just do a
hilarious.
countdown right now.
All right, go ahead.
Wait, you will see that match in 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, so we have a commercial.
It's an intro. It's not a commercial.
CM Punk, Brian Danielson,
Brian Danielson.
Got Dusty Rhodes over there, baby.
Chris Candido, and the four
Sabu.
It's a
four
Major League
Extreme
Wrestling.
Horsemen.
Oh, who's that guy?
We need Bryant. Where's Bryant
No.
when we need him?
I got his
I can
number.
send
No
him a-
lie.
Yeah, he'd be on in about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
No lie.
He
I
would've
have his number. I can
history
send
of
him
every
to
one
him.
of those matches.
I told him be ready on
let's
Thursday.
mention and get him on.
All right, so that is a big belt.
That is a big build.
So I have to say, guys, when I was watching this and the way that these introductions go, this definitely has, even though it's a very small arena, this is a big fight feel to it. And maybe that has something to do with how Matt Riddle, for those of you at home that aren't watching, is being introduced. Matt Riddle is the same Matt Riddle you see in WWE today. He is doing absolutely nothing different except he has different clothes on.
He had a big
he's-
following here. They said he's only been in it like a couple months, and he's like, or 5 months or whatever, and it's just bro.
So,
Well, that's what
so
I'm
I'm
saying.
getting
I
at-
mean, he now has like the same music, kind of, or the same
Yeah.
entrance. Like them saying bro.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
well, that's the thing. You bring the gimmick with you, you get to keep it. You know, it's
Matt Riddle's
So-
currently 5 months into his professional wrestling run, and he's been with MLW for 5 months as well at this point, and he is currently undefeated.
Yeah.
so what I meant by a big fight feel is, you know, he's a legit fighter. You know, he has MMA experience, but yeah, you know, it's so funny. He comes out here, and if you're watching at home, you know, you see this. It's so laid back, fun.
Well, I
But
think
then
that
what
ramp, the ramp has a lot to do with it too. You know, the
Yeah.
crowd, like right there, kind of does have that, like, you know, big fight type of, like, you know, the way the crowd's positioned right at the camera, and then that ramp is right there. It does look like, you know, they're walking through like a UFC type thing.
Yeah. And I love the Riddle, like, you know, he does this whole laid back thing, and then guess what? Once that fight starts, game on.
he's whipping
Game
your ass.
on.
He's in way badass shape here. I know, like you mentioned earlier, when people are like, "Oh, that was when I was heavier. That was when I was heavier." I think he looks better right here than he kind of does now. He looks
That is
fucking
three- But James,
not
that is
yoked,
3
but
for
just
3.
like 0% body fat style.
Real Billy said that though. AJ said that, and now Alex Kane said that. They all say it. That's funny that they all just first thing you notice is look at that, look at all that weight.
Yeah, that was big. That was big. Hey,
Now, I
shout out
didn't
to
know.
Swerve Strickland, because I have a couple DUIs, so I also swerve when I drive.
Yeah.
You know, so I've watched this match already, and we're gonna watch it back with everybody here.
This is a
But
great one.
I have to say, I'm not really into Swerve right now with what's going on with the character and everything in AEW. But this Swerve in this match, man, I can get behind this. This is really good. For those of you that aren't watching at home, you should watch
I love
this
what
match.
Swerve's doing right now.
I actually
It's
had
the-
respect for Riddle in this match because I don't give a fuck about the bro stuff. The sweet bros and bras, you know, like that meant in my life. Bro. Bruh, hey, bruh. You know? Nah, I've always hated those type of dudes, but this is a pretty good match, and I, found myself respected Riddle quite a bit.
You remember when Riddle was? You guys weren't really watching NXT, but he was tagging with Pete Dunne.
Yeah, I didn't watch much NXT, but I would watch their stuff because it was such a contrast.
I truly believe Pete Dunne hated him.
No, I'm sure he did.
So
Welcome
that,
back, Adam.
That announcer, the ring announcer right there, his name is Tim Barr. And he's the one that come out with Jacob Fatu and me and James that night when we went and hung out.
Honorary Oos.
Yeah, he was cool as hell.
You can
He
acknowledge
kept trying
that.
he kept trying to hit on a friend of the show.
Come on
yeah,
now.
friend of the show.
don't be betraying confidences that I have.
No. I'm sure y'all just use your imagination. I'm sure y'all know who I'm talking about.
So y'all know one thing about MLW. My middle name is Lee.
How about that?
Really?
So it's really that's what it stands for. It's not Major League Wrestling. It's Michael Lee Whitaker.
Yeah,
that was
that's
Michael Loser
exactly
Whitaker.
Waka waka waka.
Michael Lane Whitaker.
Waka waka waka.
So you should be watching this company.
Google find something. If you're watching at home, you should pause it right now. And we're back.
That was fast.
Yeah.
I hit skip.
Hey, shout out Adam.
Shout out Whitaker.
Shout out.
So what do you guys think?
Whitaker.
What do you guys think of what Swerve's been doing in AEW?
I love it.
I think they're prolonging this him and Keith Lee thing. I mean, this is what 4 years in the making. It feels like. I mean, fucking do it already.
Yeah, I mean,
I-
he's gray haired.
I have
Right.
nothing with it. I have no interest in it.
I will say at Chicago that pay per view, woo, the boos were loud against them.
And they were the
that's when I
baby
would've done
faces,
it,
right?
like-
They were baby faces, right?
Way booked as
That's
baby
what I
faces,
mean.
and the Acclaimed owned that fucking building that night. That was loud.
I'll tell you. See, that's one of those situations where the crowd that'd be a good thing to cover for all of us. Crowd goes one way. We didn't expect like the women's title match at the last pay-per-view at Backlash. Everybody behind Io Sky for some reason.
Yeah.
That was a surprise.
Hey,
but
shout
I
out to
loved it.
Puerto Rico, man. They fucking that was live,
That
dude. I was on the
That was badass.
we were
Both
zooming
nights.
and I was like, this crowd is fucking loud. Like this is loud. So shout out to
Uno,
Puerto Rico.
dos, tres. Oh, that's such good shit, man.
Dude,
Oh,
that was Stone Cold glass shattering pop that dude got.
I freaking
We don't have
love
the
it.
sound on right now, but this crowd is really into this match as well.
No, they
yeah.
are. There's
But-
not that many people there. I think this is South Philly again, guys.
It's
it's
not.
right.
It's Orlando.
This is Orlando.
Oh, is it? Okay. I saw someone in a
if you
Philly
would've
shirt.
Brad,
I'm sorry.
you didn't. Yeah, I see.
See, this
I,
is
you
only
know, I
Matt
have
Riddle's-
all of y'all on camera. I see what happens when I do this.
Matt Riddle, at this point, he's only been wrestling for 3 years.
Or 5 months.
No, he's about 3 years. But he's just real poised and everything. I think he made a good transition.
Do you think that dog? Do you think that dog is at the arena, or do you think it's one of our dogs?
No, that's my neighbor's dog.
Oh,
Is
just
that my
making sure.
dog?
Because it actually sounds like it's coming right from the arena.
It does.
Yeah. No, that's my neighbor's dog.
Attendance was 350.
I actually just went
and
outside to
one
yell at
dog.
my dog about it. I thought it was my dog.
Hey,
And
shout out Shivani. You can see him in the background.
Yeah, James, who are
Shivani
the
being-
commentators?
Fuck off, Devyn. That's who the No, that's a joke. Well, I'm glad you asked, Devyn. The commentators are Tony Schiavone and Rich Bocchini. Is that how you say it? Bocchini?
Yes, Bikini. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did Tony Schiavone do MLW?
Not
He only
long.
did it a little bit.
And then
As
AEW
long as his
kicked his ass
contract
out.
told him to.
But it was part of the MLW network with where the podcast was on, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
He seemed to love it. He seemed to really get into it.
Yeah, he said he was just gonna do it as like a like kind of a thing, and then next thing you know, like AEW hit him up, and now he's doing the deal.
One thing I noticed about this match is when they introduced the referee, Frank Gastineau, the place
Yeah.
goes freaking nuts. I've never heard a reaction like that for a referee.
True.
Love the handshake, by the way. But I do love
James.
that aggressive style by Riddle. He reminds me of just like we talked about before with those guys that just have a completely different character, like a Damian Sandow, like Tyler Breeze, that have this character, and then they get in the ring and absolutely kick your ass. That's Matt Riddle.
Well, and the fact that they mentioned UFC a bunch, I think kind of helps that too.
But he's like some dude you just smoke weed with, and all of a sudden he's destroying you.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But the predetermined mentioning of UFC, kind of lays that seed too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So a lot of Matt submission here. Love it.
Yeah, I like Swerve is actually putting it to Riddle. We were talking about Riddle being the mat-based wrestler and UFC fighter, but Swerve's the one that was kind of on offense for most of that transition there.
He came out
I-
to Shaka Khan too, by the way.
I just think this is a whole different Swerve than what we're used to now.
Yeah, because he's Shane here.
They still call him Swerve though.
Shane Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
So 4 years later in 2022, both of these guys would be tag team champions in their respective companies.
Hey, do you know who introduced Strickland into AEW like on camera? Tony Schiavone.
Oh, see?
Brought him
Yeah,
out with the
Stri-
contract, remember? Because it popped up the graphic Swerve and then it came out. I think that was the All In 2021 in Chicago.
I liked him in Lucha Underground too, though.
Why does Keith Lee
Strickland-
look so old?
Where is he?
He has gray hair.
What
Good
happened
job,
there?
Devyn.
But why did that happen? Like, I don't
My
know. Just
favorite.
blows my mind.
He was struck by lightning and it made all his hair white.
Because he allowed it.
Now they
He
have a
could
slap
have
off here.
shaved it or dyed it or anything. I
So
mean, I know.
slap- Chops.
How old
chops,
is he,
more
though?
Chops. I mean, he's in his late 30s. He might be
He's
40.
married to Mia Yim. You tell me.
Yeah, but how old is she?
Old enough
In her early 30s.
It's too
When
bad
did she
none of us
become
have a
part of the
device
OC?
we can look
Professional
this up.
podcast.
When they got drafted to Raw.
I feel like
Hey,
I
Buff,
missed that.
you there?
Oh,
I will
beautiful
say there's a
handstand
lot of
spot.
good. Hey, like I was asking Alex, the fluidity of I think the fluidity of wrestling really determines a good match and a great match, or a good match, bad match, great match. Like you can see a match that has a bunch of great moves, but if they start, stop, like we're gonna do this, pause, do this, pause, trash. But the fluidity of stuff like this, I think it really they could do fucking clotheslines, and if it looks like constant motion, everybody be like, "You see that?"
Hey,
So
Adam.
we got this guy. We just seen this guy walking down the stairs. Is he more worried about the beer or his kid?
Both.
Wait, Adam, the way he was throwing him like that, is that tough on the back?
As far as the person throwing you, or the
Yes,
who's
the guy
landing?
throwing it. The guy throwing.
Yeah, because you're actually having to bend down, like squat a little bit, and you're picking up dead weight, man. And it's not really even because it's kind of outward, because you're not really able to get under them. So it's just straight on your back, man, and it's just a lot to pick somebody up like that.
It just seems. It almost seems like like he shouldn't do it.
And he's picked up some bigger guys in the past on Raw. I've seen him do it.
Now this here, that is so smooth.
Love that T-bone suplex.
Pin him. And even commentary right here, I think it was like, oh, that shows the inexperience. That he's not going for the pin, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. He's taking way too long.
Pin him.
Let's listen to
Yeah.
him.
Why is he waiting for him to get up, Adam?
Can't wait for YouTube to shut that down.
Time to just extend the match
Less than
and
30
to
seconds.
give Swerve time to kind of do what he's doing now.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
That's what happened.
it's just
Hey,
slow
get
the
used to
match
this
down,
move because you may see the.
to let everything kind of digest and everything. Really,
I also think that hurts when you get thrown into the corner like that.
Yeah, ask Finn
Well,
Balor how awesome it is to get thrown.
depends how you hit it. If you hit it evenly, it's
Sting,
not bad.
Yeah, Sting had almost had to retire from
Seth
Well,
Rollins,
from
that's
WWE.
If you hit them uneven, that's when it hurts.
Well, it's Seth Rollins' move, right?
yeah.
Yeah, the powerbomb thing.
We're not gonna get into
Buckle
that all. We should watch that
There
match
was-
sometime because I got a bunch of hot takes on that one.
You know, he was saying about Alex Kane that we had on earlier was saying about how these characters change or they become good guys and they were bad guys, but they don't do anything different. Man, there's no one better to say than we were just talking about Seth Rollins, huh? Talk about doing zero different. And then the crowd just said, hell with it. We're cheering for him. I don't think he can be a heel again.
Yeah. Unless you book it
Yeah,
crazy.
Kane.
I agree with you. It's gonna be hard to he's getting the legacy type of thing. Not, like he's been like the guy, like he's been a top dude for a while now. So I think he's kind of getting to that, like they're gonna cheer him, because they know
And
he's good. He's a good performer.
And James, if you take his music out, I think people will do it anyway. The
That's
singing,
what I'm saying. Like he's
Yeah.
such a good performer,
Yeah,
and they've
Seth
seen him
Rollins.
operate at a top level for so long now that he's gonna get cheered. Like he can be a heel and do a couple moves, and people will still clap.
correct. Kind of
Well,
like
during the main event of Raw, well, this is now a week old, but last week when he faced Finn Balor in the main event of Raw, they did something I've never seen before and completely shut off all the lights and all the music and just put a spotlight on Seth Rollins. And the fans just kept singing his song for literally 2 minutes before the match started.
Dude, at
Man, that's
WrestleMania in
That's
LA,
insane.
a conductor dude came out there and fucking 80,000 people were screaming it. That's
Yeah, that's
nuts,
good
dude.
shit.
He's
over. That's over, Who else could walk out there in the crowd, 80,000 people scream their theme?
How short were your shorts, Adam?
There it is.
I did pants. I didn't like the shorts.
Street clothes.
No, I did. One of my matches, I had tights.
Because I will say, Riddle and Swerve here both are, not leaving much to the imagination.
I was about to
But
say, it looks like
compared-
Band-Aid,
But compared to what Riddle
compression
has
shorts.
now, this is so much better than what he has now.
Bro. Was him and Randy Orton not the best? I mean, it was annoying as piss at
Oh,
first,
God,
and then
yes,
after a
they
while,
were,
I was
yes.
coming around like, it makes sense.
What is his
Randy.
ETA? What's his ETA on coming back? Man,
Oh.
because that's
Here
like
we go.
that
Here
really-
we go.
Yep.
Once you start
I
doing this
mean-
type of stuff,
If you had that kind of wife, if you had that wife at home, would you be in a hurry to leave?
hell no. Adam, as an in-ring performer, I don't want to know the magic, but shit fire. Yeah. That looks very, very shitty. And especially as this match progresses. Like, I don't know how that goes down, but fuck around.
Let's just say that you don't have to sell.
There you go.
You don't have to.
I think these guys
Yes.
have excellent chemistry. I'll say that.
I think they
Yeah.
look good together.
What do you have in your notes?
Does he have an RKO logo? Is that what he has on his pants?
Matt Riddle with a, caught it Strickland over
Yeah.
the top
Oh,
armbar.
it's bro, but it's still the RKO logo. It says bro.
That
So
one,
he had
those look pretty
he-
snug.
He had it planned here.
And
he
that
was
little,
gonna
I
team
think
up with
there's
Randy
probably gonna be a
Orton.
receipt later for that.
Can't tell if it's the Randy letters or the NWO letters. The font.
Nah, same thing.
Yeah, man, Swerve. What are we doing? Bam! That was a good suplex
But then he
too.
stands up. The no sell.
Yep.
He was high on his shoulder too, man. That was
Boom!
He was high.
Both
That was
no selling.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, for
Oh.
those
Oh, beautiful fisherman suplex.
listening,
Yeah,
what?
that was
I don't
good.
know what happened there. I could never do
I don't
commentary.
either, but that was good.
Swerve
a
went for a
suplex,
suplex.
Fisherman
Riddle
crab
countered it
pin, whatever.
Riddle countered with the fisherman suplex.
Yeah,
into the cradle. Both of
into
them
the
went to pin.
cradle,
Oh my goodness.
into a
It's a
false
good-
count, and the
good
crowd
false
is
finishes
going
right here.
banana.
So Adam, I
And
Now we got a
you know,
commercial.
grateful.
Do you want a secondhand
Because
income?
if you can download an app from the App Store, then you can build a pass. There you go.
See what they're saying.
Those of you watching on beIN Sports, what a battle with the MLW world.
Don't get too
For
crazy.
those of you watching and with the Kickout crew, we have a hell of a battle here with the MLW world.
The world, the MLW world, baby.
And that crowd's hot. This is awesome. Well, now
Matt
this.
Riddle is pacing around. Swerve Strickland is looking a little fatigued and a little beat up. Matt Riddle is standing confidently in the ring. Oh, a kick and he blocked it. Oh, and Swerve Strickland kicks him in the chest.
Adam, in a high-paced match like this, you have to have those rest spots with the submissions, don't you?
Oh God, yes. I mean, if you watch Angle and you know some of his matches, you know he'll do his moves and then he'll do like a sleeper or like ankle lock as a rest hold. He's just standing there.
I mean, they look tired. Riddle looks tired to me.
Oh. Was
That was
them
a great
kicking each
Bailey
other in the
kick.
chest their version of just doing chops?
He does,
Or it's
but
just like kicks to the chest.
I don't think Riddle
Boom.
is tired because he is coming from, you know, the UFC area.
I know what you're saying, Mike, but suplexes and man, I don't know.
So Riddle just got the go to sleep type thing, but then catches Swerve and Germans him.
What was that?
What's
Say
it?
that
Well,
again.
why are you selling clotheslines when you're just getting fucking go to sleep and then just suplexes the dude?
That's exactly right, E. J.E.
That was the dopest thing. Hey, clip that.
These kicks make me tired.
Boom.
He's kicking him with his shin too.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Shin
Them
and top
kicking
of
each
his
other in the
foot.
chest. Is that their kind of spot instead of like chopping? They're just gonna kick. Like it's the same.
They
type
were
of
doing
spot.
chops
They're just
earlier.
kicking.
I mean, look, that's your shin, your femur right across your chest.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
slapping. Pat.
That
He
shit
looks
hurt.
exactly the same, doesn't he? Except maybe a little better
Mhm.
shape right there.
I think
Well,
he's in a
that's
little
it.
better shape right there, but
Since his new video that has been released, I couldn't tell you.
Boom.
Mm.
Oh, that's good. Look at that little area there. Like he's got not much room.
There's nothing there.
That's funny. I said something about a leaked video, and you said, "Look at that little area."
I don't know why I like that so much.
So, Adam, I got a question. Like with them right here, this close to the crowd, how hard is that for the wrestlers themselves?
It's tricky
Look at
because,
this.
especially with no guardrail, no border, you don't never know if they're going to stand up to or whatever. You never know if a child will just kind of wander in your direction, and that's a lawsuit.
If they're gonna catch you when you go to the crowd, because Riddle kind of goes to the crowd like 4 times in a row here.
You
I
can
like
have
that
a
they were
random
hugging him.
8-year-old just walk by and just kick the shit out of him.
God, he's a hell of an athlete, man.
Both of these.
Here we
guys
go.
are-
Oh, here we go. Big time spot right here.
Here it is.
Riddle
Swerve
paid
stomp.
for that way too much.
Yeah.
From the top
Then right
turnbuckle
into the crowd.
onto the apron, into the crowd. He
Into
got
the
the hell
crowd.
out of there quick,
And
didn't
then
he?
what? 2 time. Is he going for another one? Oh my God, he's going back up on the top rope for a second one. Oh, Riddle cannot handle this. No, Swerve, don't. Please, no, God, he can't.
Oh.
Second one off the top.
It's
Whoa.
got to be
Dude.
over.
No,
Oh.
God, how did Riddle kick out of that?
I
You know
don't
what I'm
like how
saying? Like,
Riddle
that's
was
the
feeding
shit,
for
man.
it.
You don't like what?
Look at that facial, man.
How
Yeah.
Riddle was feeding for it.
How the
he was raising
fuck did
up.
he kick out of 2? 2 of them.
Swerve's face. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Right,
Shoot him with-
exactly.
Shoot him with a gun? Huh.
Ooh,
There you
that'd be
go.
nice.
So now this is a rest spot for sure, and they need it. Man,
Oh yeah, agreed. They've been going hard.
Swerve's taking his watch off. No, wait a minute.
And they both know, like, you know, because what happens after
He's
this,
just
like, they
checking his
both know,
stats.
like, boy, if we have him now, wait for this, you know?
So is he going to go to the well for a third time?
I don't know. Oh,
He
yeah,
has to,
get a.
right?
They'll step on the hand.
The old step on a hand.
How do you work that one?
What's his name? Always did that. Man, freaking Butch.
Do the stomping on the fingers, like, man, fuck you. I ain't never do no finger stomps, but like, fuck that. Oh, my bad, man, slipped. Bam! He stomped the shit out of your hand. Like, fuck that. Oh, wait a second. Riddle is with the offense. Oh, a power bomb. Flip over. Oh, knee to the
Those knees are
face.
stiff.
1, 2, and he kicked
Ooh,
out.
Hits him with the flashbang knee and then the Kenny Omega knee. I don't know what that's called, but
I'm sorry if you hit somebody in the face with your knee with
trigger?
no pad, you're done.
Attaboy, Brad.
How about that? And Excalibur didn't even have to tell me.
What'd you call it? A
Uh-oh.
moonsault? What'd you say?
No, a reverse moonsault.
Could y'all see this right here as a WrestleMania main event?
Here
No.
comes Riddle. Oh!
No.
I see it as a
match.
WrestleMania
1,
Intercontinental
2,
Championship match.
go!
Opening match for WrestleMania.
Okay, so what about like a backlash or something like that?
I just don't see Swerve as. I think he's got a lot of skill. I don't see him as a main eventer.
An
I
opening
think
match
it
all
is
day
main
because it
event.
sets the pace of the night.
Yeah,
But if he wants to come on the
He could be a
show, I'm good.
co-main.
I disagree. I honestly feel like Swerve could be a main event talent.
We've
for
been
sure.
disagreeing the whole time, so I guess you do.
He's got that attitude. He's got the gimmick now. Like, I think if he actually if he can move on past his Keith Lee stuff, I think that he's gonna be a serious act.
I liked him in
Hit row.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He could have been main
Yeah,
event.
they
if he
fucked that
stayed
up.
there.
They were on
Yeah,
the
they
come up,
fucked
and then
that up.
Vince
You
was
ain't
like,
kidding.
released.
Yeah, well,
You
let's get this ridiculous gimmick completely over,
know?
and then stop
over.
doing it.
And just release
and
it.
stop doing it.
So ridiculous because
Because that's a
someone
hard
didn't like
gimmick
it.
to get over, dude. People 99% of the time shit all over that.
They
And
were
the fact
heels
that you
that
got
would-
over, you got to run with it.
They were heels, and people wouldn't accept that.
Riddle just dropped Swerve with a right hand when they're doing the punches in the center of the ring. I like that touch. They kind of normally go to a spot.
Oh, here
He
we
actually
go.
dropped him.
Nice finisher.
Boom. Uh-oh.
1,
1,
2.
2.
I will
Oh,
say
He
this.
kicked out
Yeah.
again.
That was a
How?
cover
He's been
with
a big-
that was a cover with purpose.
Right.
Too
Like,
many
you can-
false finishes.
It was
Man,
not
I'm about to
lackadaisical.
lose my day. I get why Shivani says that. You can lose your voice on this type of stuff.
This match could have been 5 or 6 minutes shorter.
Damn.
I like it.
But then what do you cut out? The rest spots? And then we would just shit on the fact that it was just all moves.
I can understand the fact that it's long because it's for the MLW championship that just been reintroduced.
Yeah, it's the fucking event is called MLW the World Championship Final. I think that is so stupid as fuck.
It's very, very descriptive.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
there's no
This-
appeal to
so
it.
this
somebody-
part
Oh,
here-
here we go. Here we go.
You
This
really
is
do
the
this
one.
to
Hey, you
somebody,
should
you're
get the sound
done.
on this.
So yeah, I got something on this when he does it.
Oh, you
dude.
missed it, but it snapped. And I don't know how you do that or whatever, but fuck me runner. I thought he broke his damn arm.
Well, I actually
Yeah,
get a little
look at
pissed what happens after the match because of that. But
He should have
If
been
you
able to
remember
move that on after that.
Look at Shivani.
The
He's
chance-
in disbelief too.
the chants from the crowd, "You sick fuck, you
Yeah.
sick fuck, you
Oh, yeah.
sick fuck."
Good.
Over now, Mike. Hell, you're fucking 15 seconds late on this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
over now, bud.
Yeah.
But it was
No,
a hell of a try.
I tried.
Hell-
I said,
of a
here
try.
comes the snap, and you were just like looking down.
This is Adam's gimmick right here.
'Cause it does pop. Oh, and here we go. Oh, what did I say? That move's gonna come in again. Whoa!
Yep, here you go.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh!
Oh,
God.
How did he pull that up? Oh, and the crowd is going banana. Look at that. How the fuck do you pull that move up?
Listen to it.
Oh, and he's got him. Oh.
Freaking
Here
beautiful.
goes again.
Absolutely beautiful.
1, 2,
It
3.
almost
We
like
got a
Cameron
new
Guns.
champion.
Yep.
That almost look like
And we got a
Cameron Gunn's
commercial.
finisher.
Yeah, dude. Hey, that one, the move with the stomp. Fuck around, dude. That's like Seth Rollins' curb stomp style,
that
or
is
curb stomp RKO deal.
That
That's
Cameron
up there with
Gunn's
just like
finisher is
the
awesome.
counter in air to the stomp. Sick.
So I know the match is over for us, but I will say this. The shake the hand after, shake hand, freaking no problem at all with that arm.
Right?
And they're selling, the announcers are selling the arm, and he does it.
And it popped, dude. It's like, pop. Like there was a pop. It's like, holy fuck, he broke it.
Guys, is that the first time we've done a watch along with the 5 of us by ourselves?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
We've all done watch alongs, just not together.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm kind of a fan of that.
Or we have a guest normally.
Yeah.
That
We
was
should do
fun.
that again.
We like that.
Yeah, that was fun, guys.
What?
Now
Good
what do we do?
match. What's that?
Now what do we do, huh?
Oh, well, I guess it's speaking of good matches and enthralling entertainment and stuff that kept our
Devyn.
attention while we were watching. Well, what better way to transition to Devyn and his demographic? So Devyn's demographic, what do you have for us this week?
So I got a couple notes here. I got a couple
Okay.
things I want to
Just
talk
two.
about for my Devyn's demographic. First one, we just watched a Matt Riddle match.
We did?
We did. The first thing I saw on Twitter this morning when I opened the app was a video of Matt Riddle.
A week old
exposing
now.
himself.
And what, you want to talk about Matt Riddle's dick? Is that what we're doing here?
All right.
I mean, it is
Professional
a true story.
podcast. Something leaked on Matt Riddle a week ago. Fuck yeah, Devyn nailed it. Go ahead.
All right.
Keep going,
thanks,
Devyn. Don't
thanks.
listen to that
Yeah.
guy.
All right. Fuck you, James.
Go ahead and do
I'll
it.
just skip to number 2 then.
No. We want to hear it.
No, go to number 1,
Yeah,
man. You
do
had
it.
something prepared.
No,
It's
no.
rude of me to skip
No,
it.
Devyn. Don't
Ed
let him bully
Sheeran
you.
won a lawsuit against Marvin Gaye's attorneys over the song Thinking Out Loud versus Marvin Gaye's song Let's Get It On.
Yeah.
They thought the rhythm
know.
and beat were too similar together. Well, Ed Sheeran's big 3 was there's only 12 notes that I can play in pop music. So how do you want me to put those 12 notes in order?
Fair
And Marvin
point.
Gaye's lawyers kind of had no rebuttal to that. So Ed Sheeran has the rights to his songs again. I thought that was dope.
That's my wife
Hell
and I
yeah,
song.
dude.
Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Mine and
They're very
Erica's is
sweet, right?
perfect.
So we watched
Hey.
him recently. He was on American Idol coaching this week, and that came out the same day. And they sang the song on there. I'm like, ha!
What's worse is that he was on American Idol. You guys were watching it.
I've made it very clear.
Marriage,
I
bro.
watch stuff that you
Marriage.
guys make fun of.
That's what they do. Marriage.
Yeah, that's a marriage thing.
That is us, or that is them, or whatever.
It is whatever. Million little
This is
things, right?
Hey, here's another demographic. Brett Favre dropped his lawsuit against Pat McAfee.
He dropped it. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah, Pat McAfee started his show today with a major announcement. That major announcement was like Brett Favre pulled the defamation lawsuit.
that's cool as hell. Shout out Pat McAfee. We'd
To
be
not
gold
go
now,
to
but
litigation and go to court and court costs and all that stuff, hiring an attorney. Yeah. It saves both
shout
of
out
the
to
money
Seasoned
because,
Dad
you know,
now, too.
allegedly Pat said things. Boom. And I'll leave that Easter egg for the Pat McAfee show fans.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
For my third one, I kind of want to. It's a third. I said I had a few.
I shit all over the first one, man. He has to get 2 in.
My
It's
third
Devyn's
one.
double shot, remember?
It's about the zip code bros. They were trying to shit on Nitro Pepsi and say that Dr. Shasta was better. Boo. It's not even a real soda.
So is this a second feud we're having with them fools? I mean, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know. Ask them.
Shout out to the Zipco bros. I like Gallagher, Ben.
And I know you guys are gonna love this because they recently signed
That's a
Allison
joke, Dad.
Faye
God,
Come on,
that's a joke.
man.
to
What?
an exclusive contract. She can now only be seen on the Zip Code Bros.
Oh, that I'm calling bullshit right now on that.
Watch
Yeah.
the latest episode and find out.
Hey, watch the next bonus.
Well, hell,
episode,
just have
check
Mike
it out,
tamper
dude.
with the contract. You know, he's good at that shit.
Mike tries to tamper with contracts.
Too bad
I
we're booked
believe
for a
I can
month, huh?
change the
we're gonna have
wordage
a-
in that contract.
Yeah, I can
Allison
change that.
contract on
This
a
is the
pole
most
match.
interaction we've had is when we mention their name, and you guys are just like foaming at the mouth about it.
They're not taking Allison from us. They're
Not
taking
you,
Allison from
Brad.
us.
You know, the other three are just like, shout out
I'm
to
just-
Zipco Bros, man. You're
I
over with
didn't hear
us.
anything until we have an exclusive contract with Allison Faye. Get the hell out of here. Not happening.
The only reason I'm bringing them up is because they were talking shit about Nitro Pepsi.
Well, yeah, everybody does.
They talk shit about us every week.
Can't wait to clip this out. Jesus.
All right, well, that's what I, in my demographic, have been talking about this week. So
Yeah,
back to you,
very good.
James.
Man, I'm surprised that nothing else happened. You know, that was the those are the ones that rose to the top, huh? Hey, well, thanks, Devin. That was a great demographic. Can't wait to hear more of that type of stuff moving forward. Yeah.
What else do you want to hear?
Hey, I don't know. Fuck, I'm just giving you shit.
This weekend, Erica's bridesmaids are going to try and dress
Oh,
us.
Lord Almighty. Yeah, here we go. Mike, can you fire up something to get us the fuck out of that? You know, so what? It's Mike's meat minute time. So, Mike, what you got for us?
Actually, I have something that's very good. This is a brown sugar Italian chicken. So what you want to do with this one, get you 4 to 6 chicken breasts. You want half a cup of brown sugar and 1 packet of Italian seasoning, the dressing seasoning. Mix the brown sugar and Italian seasoning up, spread it over the chicken, and bake it. Yeah.
4 or 6, mind you.
Yeah,
Do
4
what?
or 6. I got it.
But you have to
Well,
have more
five.
seasoning if you're
How
doing
many
6
people you
compared
got?
to
How many
4,
people
but
are you
I
feeding?
digress.
Are you feeding 4 people? You feeding 6 people?
I don't know.
You want-
5
I'm
people.
feeding 5.
And if I'm feeding
Okay,
6
so
people,
if
wouldn't
you
I
feed
have to have
5, you
more
got 5.
seasoning than the 4? Or am I just straight up over sodiuming the 4?
No, just do it.
Sodaming's a
Yeah.
good word.
Juices flow, buddy.
Sodaming.
Juices flow.
Juices float? They do.
They flow. They flow.
Low.
So
I got it.
you want
I
to
know.
get your oven cooking
Asshole.
at 425. Get it preheated. Put everything all together.
Preheated.
Spread all that seasoning all over that chicken. And you want to bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. Let's be done by then. You take it out. You got your little juices, your Italian brown sugar Italian dressing on the side, and it comes out fucking perfect. Serve it
How many
with some
degrees?
425.
Oh, I got you. Missed that part.
425 for about 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you normally make on the side?
You can do. I like Brussels sprouts and rice.
Ooh.
I do
What
some
about
kind of
stuffing?
rice. I do
Rice is good. Brussels sprouts.
I
Mashed
can't do Brussels
potatoes.
sprouts. I tried to like Brussels sprouts. I
Mashed
just
potatoes
don't.
and you can do mashed potatoes and use the juices for your gravy.
Boom. That's a good
Oh,
idea,
hell yeah.
too.
That right.
It
that's
tastes
good,
bomb, man. It tastes Ray bomb. Yeah.
Yeah. Do
You'll
anything
get
you want
learned,
with
Devin. You'll get learned to the south. You'll get learned.
it. You can do rice and use this stuff.
Mm.
I
there.
make mashed potatoes like 4 times a week.
But it's the juices of the meat that you
Yeah, juices and meat. And it's
Sour
cooked.
cream, baby.
It's heated, so it kills all this stuff. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. So anybody that thinking, oh, that's nasty, nope, it's good for you.
So is it Italian what chicken?
It's brown sugar Italian chicken.
Brown sugar Italian chicken.
Yeah,
Sounds good, Mike. Sounds healthy.
it is
For real.
healthy. It's
For real.
healthy. You
I'm
know,
not
you
kidding.
wanna go
Sometimes I'm not kidding.
no.
Well, here's the thing. It'll be
It is
more healthy if you have the 6 breasts because there'll be less sodium and seasoning on each one.
Yeah.
You want to
I mean,
sodiumize it.
or you
And
can
if
take
you
the
do it with
extra juice
rice,
and put it,
rice
or
would
you
be
take the extra juice and put it on your potatoes or rice or something. I mean,
rice would be more healthy too. Ain't nothing like
Yeah.
chicken breast and rice. That's how a lot of people, you know,
Or-
like that's
or
catering
like-
right there. Adam knows. How many
Homemade
wrestlers go to
potatoes.
catering and just get rice and fucking chicken breast? You know?
Yeah,
And egg
That's it.
whites.
that's
Egg
what we Jeff
whites.
Jarrett.
Oh, and egg whites. There you go. See? I'm telling you.
Sounds good, Mike.
Fuck off,
And
Fred.
that's your white meat in it right there.
All right. Well, hey, you know, Mike sounds like a good brown sugar and Italian chicken breast. And speaking of so good, Adam, what happens to me next week?
We're having another show. Hooray!
Yes.
Oh, the special guest. Okay, my fault.
Season 2 continues.
Oh, so next week,
Alex Kane
I
was
was-
the best part of this episode.
I was able to wrangle a host, hell, a person to come on. He's actually the vice president of programming
Oh,
and creative development for the premier streaming network.
PSN.
Ooh.
He also got Best Host Award from the Academy. It's the Academy of Web Television
just
Awards,
Google
like
him?
2022.
Yeah, I was about to say, what does his Wikipedia say?
Nah, I'm on his Twitter. Anyway, we got Josh Chernoff joining us next week.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh Sherdoff, big
Yeah.
time dude. He's been a wrestling promoter, announcer, manager,
Yeah, been on Fight
wrestler, I
TV.
think. Yeah.
Just
Any
recently
match
on
in
the game
particular
event.
he wants to watch, Adam?
Hadn't told me yet,
Oh, I knew
but
it.
I
So
will.
by the
if I-
time this airs, we'll definitely know. But yeah, Sherdoff is gonna be our next guest. Can't wait because that's a big time get for us, you know, for
super,
sure.
super great guy.
Oh yeah. Hey, and he'll be dapper, and he'll come in live from the studio.
No, I'm excited. I like Josh. He's good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
See, the hits just keep on coming with your show, The Kickout Crew. We got a lot of things on the horizon, and you know, things are only getting better, it seems like. And for you know,
Yeah,
And
for our
hey, we
brethren
gotta
from
mention,
another brethren, you know, shout out Afri Shows, top guy. You know, one of our own. And
We do have
to
to
everybody here and everything.
we do have to mention, we have a new merch store.
Oh, that is also true. And boy, howdy is it a doozy. Here's the thing. We have your boys have been picked up, and we have a great partnership with a merch provider, a merchandise store. They're you know, big business now. It is angrylemonade.net, and you can see your show and many other more shows like Boss Shots or Boss and Chair Shots, and you can see your favorite wrestlers who have been on this show. Billy Silas is on Angry Lemonade. AJ Kazan is on Angry Lemonade. So why not log on to that? That is angrylemonade.net, and you can see a lot of the merchandise. And we have maybe a couple little surprises, you know, in store. Can't wait for to see how this partnership flourishes. Can't wait to see what type of merch that we'll be seeing y'all wearing in the future. You know, I'm pumped.
Me too.
hey,
Something
if y'all got
special
any
for-
show ideas, hey, shoot us a message or something.
Damn.
Yeah.
If you have
what
any
do you wanna
merchandise
watch?
ideas for your show, then you know how to reach us.
Who do you want on besides John Cena? Because we ain't getting him. But who do you want on?
No
What do you
one's
want
seen
us to
John
watch?
Someday,
Cena.
Mike.
Also, a
else we
shout
do?
out again to Bot Shots and Share Shots. Mike, me, and Devyn did make an appearance there on one of their episodes. Anything Goes. So be sure to check out that show, and everything they're doing over there. They do a real good job.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun too.
And speaking of Mr. Devin over here, I think me, Devin, and Mr. Bryant are working on something special for another episode. We're going to cover 1998
If it's got you and Brian, then it can be very
WWF
special.
Raw. So stay tuned for that. Episode 1 is coming out soon for that one.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
You're
I was on the
invited.
last Brian episode. No one. I
Yeah,
guess
if
that's
Mr.
that.
Brad ain't on there, it can't be very special.
I ain't gonna
So
lie, I
me,
got Brian's
me-
number
Me, Adam, and
because I'm gonna chime him in sometime.
me,
Well,
Adam,
see,
and what's his name are
whether-
doing another show.
Yeah,
Episode 1's coming out soon.
Yeah, me,
Dangerous
Brad, and
clicks.
James.
That's what takes
Episode
that.
1 coming
No,
out.
there ain't no dangerous clicks. That's what takes down groups. Dangerous clicks.
Well, whether it's 78, 88, 98, 2008, Bryant knows his shit. So he kind of he came aboard to it. He's
All right.
doing it. So we
Thanks,
got a little
James.
something special going that we're gonna work on, and hopefully it kind of kicks off something.
Thank you, Mike Loser. Mike Lee.
Oh boy, after that one, the tape machines are rolling, huh?
Boy, if you if there's something you want to watch that maybe piques your interest, that'd be the type of thing that Devyn on the Devyn demographic may be able to inform you on. And that is that Devyn D19. Devyn D19 for Devyn's demographic. And you can watch these ratings go up with the Wakka Wakka Wakka. If you have any dad jokes that you want to hear Adam read on air, that may be funny, maybe not. He had a damn good one this time. That's all I'm saying. But that is a Wakka 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 with Adam. And if there's an interview that you may be interested in, you bet your ass Adam may be doing it. And that is Adam_from_Bama. Who just keep your eyes peeled on that.
Yeah.
Eyes peeled on certain situations. Is there some type of things that just kind of sort of piss you the fuck off? And doesn't real life happen like every single day of our lives? Well, wouldn't that be something that old Rain Standing can just talk about? Well, of course it is. And that is was it Yes Man Brad? Because why wouldn't it be? That is Yes Man at Yes Man Brad on Twitter. And of course, he's going to talk about the things that grind not only his gears, but your gears and all of our gears. And we're just heating up on this because there's some bonus episodes that our man Mike does. And you can reach him at 1028. And at Whitaker 1028. And why did I say that it's heating up? Well, because that's Mike from Mike's Meat Minute. And you can also submit recipes and you can hear some of your favorite recipes. And hey, if you cook a recipe, fucking send some pictures. Let us know how it turned out. You know what I'm saying? But that is at Whitaker 1028 for all of that. And of course, I happen to be James Delacour. You can reach me at my name, not my name literally, but it's at James Delacour. And we are at Kickout Crew always. And you can follow us on Twitter. You can look for us on Facebook. You can watch, subscribe, like, comment, whatever all that stuff is on YouTube. And, the TikTok is good. I'm assuming it's Kickout Crew also because, hey, it's your show. You know how to find us. So, how everything kind of happens. And, of course, there's going to be some bumps in the road and there's going to be some trials and tribulations. But for every bad moment that happens in life, doesn't that make you appreciate the good times that much more? So never, ever, ever succumb to the pressure of when things are, pinning you down, as some would say. You know why? Because you have the power to kick out at too. And that's what we do. That's what you do. Your show, the Kick Out Crew. Want to thank everybody for a great episode. Want to thank Alex Kane for joining in. And hey, let's make this our week. That's what I'm saying. You don't know how many you have. So make every day your day and make your week your week. What's stopping you? Kick out. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.